Mambo vipi watu wangu, mara tena your host MC Martin, Canada MC Martin Entertainment, na kuja kuletea bado pia leo story nyingine tamu, challenges za newcomers hapa Canada na Ulaya. Na leo nimekuja base nyingine ya Watanzania. Kiswahili leo, Watanzania mupo. Hii place inajiita Serengeti. Serengeti Sharks. So come tuingie ndani tucheki ni aje. Yeah. Serengeti Sharks. Unaona hapo? Serengeti Sharks. Tuingie ndani tucheki ni aje.
Welcome to Serengeti Shark Edry.
Yeah.
You'll just tease the plate, right? You want to tease it, right? Man.
So this is MC Martin Entertainment, and I'm here with my friend Sam. Is it Sam or Samson? Samson, Pastor Samson, and their daughter and the son. Do you want to introduce yourself? Do you want to say your name? Yeah?
I'm Eddie.
He's Eddie.
I'm Candice.
We are Candice, and we are having our lunch today, and we are at Serengeti. Serengeti Shark. This is ini wapi? Ini base ya Watanzania. Base ya Watanzania hapa hapa Canada Airdrie. Yeah, so
Saa hiyo.
yeah.
Ni kukasherekea.
Yeah, kasherekea.
Kabisa.
So we want to have our meal discussing about challenges of newcomers in Canada, in North America, right? Yeah. So I'll let you introduce yourself. Names, where you're from. Feel free kuongea Kiswahili, Kizungu. Yote bana, viewers wetu ni wa, and sometimes ukiweza unaangalia wale wasio unawapatia hapo vibe.
Kwanza ni wakaribisha lunch hata kama wako mbali. We at Serengeti, an African restaurant imported from all the way from Tanzania to Canada, Airdrie. So my name is Samson. I come from Naivasha. That has been my home for the longest. But I was born in Njoro, but my heritage is Nyamira. I'm a Kisi by tribe. I usually make a joke. Kisi by a tribe, Kikuyu by money, Pastor by calling.
Wairire.
Wairire via.
Go on.
Just met my friend Martin here with his program here. We are having lunch. Tuweze kusema mawili matatu for newcomers in North America, specifically Canada. This will be our 11th year in North America, but second year in Canada. Sababu tulitoka US tukija huku. Now, being in the US and being in Canada, those are two different countries with two different challenges. you. Yeah, so the challenges of being a newcomer.
Yeah, challenge. So first, you said you're from Naivasha, from Nyamira.
Home taste.
My goodness. So, when did you move to America or to Canada? So where did you move first? Did you move first to Canada or did you move first to the US?
I moved to the US in 2014.
2014.
Yeah, January.
Wow. Okay.
January 8th. I landed in Washington, D.C. But my host came from Maryland. Maryland, when it was too cold, snow for the first time. I'm experiencing snow.
So wait before you continue. How did you move to the US? Ulipata green card, ulienda na invite, as in, ulifikaje US?
I graduated from seminary in 2007. Kwani Bible Institute as an AIC pastor. So 2009, I was employed full-time in Naivasha as a full-time pastor with a salary of 6,220.
Wow.
And they used to put that coin in the envelope.
Wow.
So when I opened my envelope, 6,220.
Wow.
It's there.
This is back in
2007.
Okay.
In 2008 April, I married my wife. From 2007 September to 2008 September, there was no salary from the church. By the book, 6,220. But nothing was coming through.
Wow.
Because there was no money.
Okay.
The church was under a financial crisis.
Okay.
So the churches were not sending money to the main system for us to get salary. And I'm married. I'm a young pastor. I talked to my senior and I said, this landlord is going to lock the house. And once he locks the house, the church will suffer shame.
Yeah.
Because watasema, the AIC pastor, the AIC church is not paying the pastor, so the pastor is not able to pay the rent. How much was the rent? 2,500.
Wow.
So my senior talked to the main church treasurer that I'll be getting something from the treasurer end month. My hopes were I will get full package and then they will forward to the main system that they paid me and then they forward my sub. I went there the first month and I was given 2,500
for your rent.
Enough for my rent.
Wow. Whoa.
I used to go to my treasurer, church treasurer, get the rent, the 2,500, straight to the landlord and pay. Because if I deviate a little bit, nikutana na wife, aniambia oh skuma, oh maji, sitapata rent. Once I pay, I was at peace. I know now we have a shelter. The rest we can navigate. So around May 2008, there was an ODM politician who had a secondary school in Naivasha. He came and said, I need your help. My boys at the school wamekuwa wenda wazimu. Nataka tu nakuja hapo Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Uchape maombi mpaka hiyo mashetani ishe. Nikamwambia bas, asante. And he said, because I don't have money, it's a young school, I'll be paying you 1,000 a week.
Okay.
So every Friday, 1,000.
So that totals to 4,000 a month. Yeah.
Once I'm given 1,000, straight to where my wife was doing we had a small business. I give her 1,000, and I'm like, mama, hii ndio shukuma yako ya wiki mzima. Usinitishe kitu kingine. Immediately when we got married, I told my wife I don't drink tea with milk. And he said, why? I said, this milk, it's affecting me health-wise. So I don't drink milk.
Okay.
And I forgot that she's a human being with the eyes.
Got rice for you too.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I didn't know that this was the full rack. So, I forgot that she has eyes
Yeah.
and she thinks. So I'm not taking tea in my house,
Yeah.
but when we go visitation, kwa washiriki,
Unakunywa chai.
wako zile pasta, tupike kachai.
Eh. Oh my goodness.
Wananiekea pasta, nikuongezee 2 cups or 3 cups kwa mshiriki. Pata nyumbani tukunywangi maziwa. But I want to tell you a testimony. Before even I got this chaplain job,
Yeah.
I don't know where my wife got money one morning and she bought milk and some mandazi. Since that day, until the end of that year that I was not being paid by the church, tulikunywa chai ya maziwa na tulikula breakfast. For some reasons, God provided. And again, we used to go to visitation, tunapewa viazi. We used to go visitation. By the time we come home, sisi na watu wale wa baiskeli tumebeba.
Washirika wanaivasha. Thank you very much for taking care of this pastor.
AIC Gatamayo, AIC KCC in Naivasha. God bless you so much. In 2008, 2009,
Yeah.
mulisimama na sisi.
Fantastic. Sasa umepitia yoyote.
Nimepitia yote.
Where did the breakthrough come? Wewe ufika US.
So, breakthrough ilikuja hivi. I told my wife, let me go back to school. Ndio tuone, at least I do a degree. So when I have a degree, I'll be able to get like teaching or a good job. I made a mistake. Went back to university, Kenya Methodist University,
Yeah.
did a degree in theology. And I have a diploma in theology,
Which is not paid.
which is not paying. I graduated with my degree in 2011, came back to the same problem of no salary. But now things had already stabilized kidogo. I've shifted from 6,220 to 11,000. 11,150. But still, this month,
Pay,
next month,
no pay.
I told my wife, we need to pray. I know the ministry is good.
Yeah.
The Lord has called me to serve,
Yeah.
but we need to pray. And by then we had a subject for another day. My background is a street boy, chokora.
Oh, really? Whoa.
So by 2011, we are having the heart of serving the needy children in Naivasha. Where are the resources? Say, let's pray. If God opens the door for us to go to the US or outside the country, we will have partners to partner with us so that we can help these children, because we are just doing feeding program. We could go town, tunachukua watoto wachache, tunawapeleka kwa hoteli,
Yeah.
wanakula, alafu then what? Wamekula, wamerudi huko kwa street. And I know what it means to be in the street. So we prayed, and God opened the door. I found a school in Boston, Gordon Conwell Theological Seminary, to do marriage and family therapist, counseling.
Ndugu dada mpenzi mtazamaji, kama ndoa yako iko kwenye hatari,
We have a YouTube.
tafadhali hizi nambari nimeweka hapo chini, pigia mchungaji. Lakini kuja na sadaka. Kai kaja tena. Mumezoea wachungaji hizi vya bure. Kuja na sadaka. So you go to school.
I didn't go to that school.
Okay.
I processed everything. At the end of everything, they said, now send us the letter of your host. All this through, I didn't know that I was dealing with a campus instead of the main campus. So I'm dealing with a satellite. And they don't have hostels. They cannot host international students unless you have a host.
Oh.
It took 3 months,
For you to get a host.
no, for me to change course. Because now I'm not going to Boston because I don't have a host. It took 3 years looking for a host. I wrote to the ACK church close to the school. I wrote to the PCA church close to the school. I wrote to the Methodist church close to the school. There was no host. But God is faithful. A lady came to our business who had lived in the US, but now she had come back to Kenya. Her name is Medrin Karaoke. Very nice lady. When she was passing by, and I had a grudge with her, because 2 weeks earlier, I had bought honey from Margaret for my son. You know, in Kenya wanaamini kwamba ukiwa na asali, ukipatia mtoto kijiko moja kila asubuhi, atakohoa. Nikanunua chupa ngapi?
2.
Huyu Medrin na rafiki yake wa neighbor had a salon. When they were passing by and it was pouring heavily, they came to our business to take shelter. My wife is a dress designer by profession. So when they were taking shelter, they saw honey. My friend, they ate honey as if it's food.
Munakula dawa ya mtoto.
Dawa ya mtoto. Na imetoka Margaret. Vile ni bei kali because that's original from the forest.
Na sio bado unasurvive na ile 11,000.
Sasa unasurvive na ile 11,000 yenye inakuja haikuji. Inakuja haikuji. So I don't want to see her because walikula asali yangu. Na nilipoona kachupa kanaelekea kuisha nikawekelea ya pili. Malizeni basi. I didn't know that God was going to use this lady as a destiny connector. So she was passing by and she said, "Mudhuri, niki wanyita rothe ya tamundu mukuire, niki?" And I said, "Oka, we tondu waturaga murimo, tendo teithio waku. I'm going to Boston na nimekosa host."
Ngoja, by time unatafuta host, ushapata visa?
No. Kwa sababu shule wanataka barua ya host.
Ndio wakupatie barua.
Ndio wanipatie barua ya kwenda
invitation.
Ya kwenda.
Okay.
So I was like, come. It was around 11 a.m. in the morning. Kaniambia US tu ikiradi mwana yako ya bia. Credit. Jikira igana nikamwekea 200. And I'm there standby. Akisema wewe inakuja karadira.
Uongeze.
Niongeze. And she called a guy and said, "Dongo, dena murata wakwa haha, oyo nita my brother. Dado muteithie. Arathie Boston na ndare na host. Na ndare aratumirwo maroto ndare na host. Na brother yakwa ikaraga Boston. Kamenya uria gwika. A 3 minutes call. That's it. That Ndongo, I don't know him. We've never met. But I had Ndongo. Ndongo took 3 months to engage his brother and to look for the host. Ikashindikana. Kwa sababu the distance the shule and where the brother was living and working, it's 3 hours.
Wow.
So I'm not going to Boston. Dreams shattered. But the same Ndongo in the US, he called Medrin na akamuuliza toria muthuri ucio kana no nginya athie Boston. And I was like, Toginya. Pata ni US.
Oloko kwena kawango ale US dogo ka.
Ambia ha hena thukuru ihoe na kwenda Kenya nisi marathie no ende kumbe we uria wothe kwenda gwikanieke. A stranger in the US looked for a seminary college for me, paid everything, processing fee, matriculation fee, application fee. He just sent me the I-20. Hiyo tu. Na akilipa kitu kwa kusema je akora na bia yeye mwera ako ni gesho atumie sister yake, which is not a must. A stranger. Mimi nitumiwa barua na Ndongo. I was invited by a Catholic in the US. That's how I landed in the US in 2014, January 8th, hosted by a stranger. And I thought he's taking me to a mansion, big house, because he has lived in the US for so many years and all that. He has a young family, 2 children with a wife.
Dongo.
Nyoro.
Dongo nyoro. Dagwita mitamai kana dongo. Regio. Ria nyama biru ini akwa dongo.
He took me to his 2-house apartment, 2-bedroom house apartment. My life changed.
Yeah.
And so Ndongo hosted me for 3 months as I was processing for my wife to come and my son. Ndongo, I landed in the US with $1,200 US. I sent 200 back home to ilipe rent.
Yeah.
Nimebaki na 1,000.
Yeah.
Ndongo akaniambia nunua simu. Nipo anamjua kama Nyoro US. Akaniambia uradhimu wala gena domoshi. In fact, before that, he used to Kethi Muhura. Alienadu. Bili yake.
So, unataka kusema kuna watu wazuri?
Si ati nataka kusema wako watu wazuri. You don't need any connection to get to your destiny. You only need God. Because all this, my wife was praying and I was praying. How Ndongo accepted this, I don't know. It's God. He's not an AIC member. It's a Catholic. He's a Catholic. But he has, number 1, he accepted to host a stranger. Number 2, not from Kikuyu land. Because I'm a Kisii.
Yeah.
He could have put those Kenya's politics tribalism.
Yeah.
But he overlooked all that. And he had never hosted any other tribe. I was the first one. And maybe he has never hosted another one. Hapo.
Shikilia hapo mtumishi. Kula kwanza. Ndio watu waende kwa simu. Piga hiyo subscription. Kwanza mtumishi akule kidogo. Okay. So ushafika US. Familia wamekam. Shock gani zilikuwa zako za kwanza? What were the challenges as a newcomer in the US?
The first challenge was how to navigate around. You know, we are used with matatu. And I think because we know where we are going, we go to Nairobi, going to Mahio. It's very small and very short. You get there, you come back. You come to the US, things are completely different. Number 1, there is no matatu. There is no stage. The stage are only 2.
Yeah.
The
Bus and train.
Yeah. And then you don't pay by cash.
It's by card.
It's by card, or you insert the money, then he gives you the ticket.
Yeah.
That's number 1. Number 2, I remember the first 2 weeks. Nilichapa round hapo karibu kwa Ndongo nikitafuta kazi. I think not 2 weeks, 3 days za kwanza. Na ni winter. Na nimenunua jacket za Kenya. Ndio ninavaa US. Usiwe jidanganya atunanunua nguo za baridi Kenya ukuje huku. Ambia mtu mwenye kuko kununulie. Or spare some coins ukija ununue. Because nguo za Kenya ni za weather ya Kenya, ni za baridi ya Kenya. Baridi ya US ni tofauti na ya Kenya. Ni fridge. Kwesi ndio? So mimi nimeenda kwa duka kununua kahawa. Naona watu wako ndani lakini sijui waliingililia wapi.
Oh my goodness.
Pia tatu nikauliza Ndongo. Na hizi duka za huku zinafunguliwa lini? Kwa sababu za kwetu Naivasha mtu akifungua asubuhi milango yote wazi. Watu wanakuja kama wanaingia. Sasa huku zimefungwa. Ndongo akaniangalia, "Todo rago kedo." Ambia, "Nataki higurete." Anambia, "Mundu agushagie murango." Mundu agushagia murango kaigire. Ni hingure wona andu thiini ni hingure. Gucia murango wingire.
Wow.
So, if you don't have someone to give you orientation, you will suffer in North America. Over minor things, when you tell people they laugh, but they're very serious. That is one. The other thing is when my family came. You see, I got a house whereby we were using the bus. all that long.
Yeah.
My wife was put under pressure from Kenya ati akikuja asiharibu status. So alipokuja alitafuta kazi ya nyumba. Kukaa kwa nyumba watu wanamletea watoto. Anafanyia huko ndio asiharibu nini? Status. Our house by then was 710. I was being paid 140 per week. My wife was being paid 130 kwa sababu ya kulea watoto. So we are not making enough. Mind you, tumeuza plot Kenya ndio tukuje kusettle huko.
Habari zenu jamani.
Tumeshukuru bana.
Hamjambo lakini.
Salama kabisa.
Fiti kabisa.
Kabisa. Wewe mtizeni.
Mzee, yupi ya mzee?
Kabisa sisi wa Kenya.
Mimi kusikia nani some of the words unajua Swahili. Wa Kenya haongei.
Kiswahili yetu si mzuri kabisa.
Sisi wa Tanzania samani.
Sasa
Ni kweli not bossy lakini huu ndio ukweli.
ni ukweli kabisa.
Sisi wa Tanzania wa shares ukweli.
Lakini kizungu kidogo inawapiga chenga.
Oh my friend.
Samia Suluhu ameleta kizungu.
Tanzania wanaongea Kiingereza.
Yeah.
No, wa Kenya bado I still admire Kenyans as far as English is concerned.
Yeah.
So Wakenya wanaongea Kiswahili Kiingereza vizuri kabisa. Yani you won't believe it. Siku moja nilikuwa naenda kwa basi from Tanga to Mombasa. Hapa ni karibu na mimi kuna Mkenya mmoja Mswahili mmoja alikuwa amekaa. Kwa very simple. Mimi sikujua kwamba ni nani. Alafu tukaanza conversation. I said, you jamaa he was so genius, he was so intelligent. Akaanza he started explaining to me the economy, how it works, GDP na nini, yani. I was lost. Nikamwambia, kweli kabisa, look at you. You are so brilliant, you are so intelligent. You are so simple. You are both. Sana wa Kenya lakini
Shukrani.
East Africa is
Very good. Yeah.
vipi mimi hapo nani naishi
Yeah. Yeah.
Calgary au Edri
Adri.
Yeah.
Okay kwa tangu lini how many years
Almost 2 years.
2 years mimi wani mzuri kabisa. Sijui pia from Kenya. Do you mind nichukue video?
I don't mind.
Mombasa wapi?
Mombasa.
Mimi nilisomea
Karibu na Uhuru Park.
mimi nilisomea Sengereni.
Okay, mimi nimestudy Star of the Sea.
huyo kijana wangu hajui Kiswahili lakini
Najui Kiswahili. Habari gani?
Ndio huyo hapa. Ndio huyo hapa.
Hata huyo hapa hajui Kiswahili kabisa.
okay
Wewe umetoka wapi?
Mimi nimetoka na Naivasha.
Naivasha. Sijafika kule.
Naivasha.
Umefika Nairobi?
Nimefika Naivasha.
Sasa mimi wa Nairobi.
Wewe mtu wa Nairobi.
Kila nyanya Nairobi, babu Nairobi, kila kitu.
mimi Nairobi sipendi sana lakini Kisumu Nakuru
Yes, Nakuru. Nakuru ni kuzuri.
Mombasa.
sasa my wife is from Mombasa
Wow, Mombasa pendekani
sana
Karibu na Uhuru
Sasa
Park.
Oh yeah.
Na wezo
Tusk.
Wow.
na niulize, wewe ulikuwaje ukatoka Tanzania mpaka Mombasa?
unajua
Ni mimi nimefika Dar es Salaam. Kwa sababu mamangu ametoka Dar es Salaam.
Oh.
you are right it's a very good question the thing is sometimes hata kama mimi nikienda Kenya naweza nikapenda mwanamke wa kule unajua bora is within the culture na nini huyu alikuja kule Dar es Salaam nikamwona lakini you are right mama
Mungu alikuwa amepanga.
umesema
So hapa Canada muda gani?
Naam?
Hapa Canada umekaa muda gani?
16 years my friend
16 years.
he was 2 years old when we brought him here he's 18 now
Whoa.
How long have you been there?
1 year, him 2 years.
2 years, but we lived in the US. She was born in the US.
Okay, so wewe umekuja
so
kutoka
how on
US.
vacation
No, we're not in vacation. We're working now. We moved here
so what
completely.
do you do
I work with a construction company called Toro Aluminum. Yeah, we deal with the windows and
Here in Calgary?
in Calgary. Yeah.
Are we in Edmonton?
Oh.
Kutoka
We come from
Edmonton.
Edmonton.
Now you live in Edmonton and you come here.
Yeah, we've been there for 16 years.
Wow.
Sasa hivi tulikuwa tumeenda Rocky Mountains na nini, it's Friday night. Sasa before going to Edmonton tukasema ngoja, somebody told us about celebrity chef. We love African food.
Yeah.
Ngoja tuende tukapata nyama choma kidogo na nini. Ndio tukapitia huku.
If you happen to come to Edmonton,
Yeah.
another place called Kilimanjaro, anasonga ugali, kila kitu.
Wow.
It's beautiful. The food is good.
Sana mishkaki.
Kuna ribs.
Now that's a road trip planning. I'm coming.
It's only 2.5 hours.
Yes, actually 2 hours.
Kama hatupati chakula kama hii hatushibi.
Hatushibi.
Yeah.
Mimi sipendi chakula cha hapa. Hawajui. Sisi wa East
Chakula ni
Africa.
hii.
Ugali.
Chakula ni hii.
Umesema mzee.
Chakula ni
Unajua nini? You guys you continue.
Yep.
Enjoy kabisa.
Thank you.
Really nice meeting you.
It was nice. It really feels good when you meet people speaking same language.
When we heard you speak Swahili, we
Yeah.
were like, Hakim, you know, there's somebody speaking Swahili here. Let's go and start conversation.
Wache wa enjoy kabisa alafu ndio nitawataka.
Asante sana. Shukran. Safari njema. Mwasalimie mkirudi Edmonton. Yep. Oh, nice one. Na huko pia kuna Kenyan community.
Kubwa sana.
Yeah.
Kubwa sana.
The big, yeah.
Kubwa sana.
Wow.
Wako wengi.
Good.
Karibu
So
basi.
hii sinema itakuwa kwa YouTube.
Okay.
MC Martin Canada.
MC Martin Canada.
Yeah,
Okay.
YouTube mtaitazama hapo, ndaiweka
Sawa.
leo usiku.
Sawa, asante.
No problem my friend.
Karibu.
Thank you very much.
Unakuja
Thank you.
Edmonton, karibu Edmonton.
Asante. Yep. I love this kind of love. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
So, how's everything?
It's good.
Fantastic.
All good?
Good food.
Asante.
Good food.
You good?
Whoa.
Eddie's not gonna have food for months.
You don't need to finish. You can take it
Yeah,
home.
Eddie's not gonna have food for months. And then for months, like for 3 months,
Wow, it's good when you meet some people that you know, eh?
Oh yes.
Fantastic.
So,
Uh-huh.
what I was saying, baada nyingine ni wakati familia ilikuja.
Uh-huh.
Hatuna gari, tunahitaji kwenda sokoni, hatuna marafiki because the friends wale tulikutana na wao walipotukaribisha, ile siku walikuja tukaribisha my family na wakati promise watakuwa nakuja wanatuangalia, tukitaka anything you know, tunapiga nini na nini, my friend walipoondoka hivyo. Apart from one lady anaitwa Florence Muregi na familia yake, she became like our big sister. She used to check on us constantly. At times she would take me to the bus stop to take my bus to work. Kama saa zingine hata natupeleka kazini just to keep my family company.
Wow.
Because it came to a point whereby my wife hapati kazi na mimi sipati kazi, my wife amechoka kukaa kwa nyumba. Anasema dada wataijivia kale magagwa. So one thing I would like to enhance our people wakija huku,
Yeah.
urafiki.
Rafiki.
Because unaweza kuwa mwenda wazimu.
Yeah.
Umezoea kuongea na watu Kenya, umezoea kutembelea watu Kenya, umekuja kwa dunia yenye watu watembei. Haya, umekuja kwa dunia yenye ukipigia mtu simu kama achukui, leave a message. Mimi nilikuwa nakata.
Yeah. Baada ya kuacha message.
Sijui
Yeah.
kama unataka kuacha message. Sasa mtu anakaa na kupigia after 2-3 days anasema je, pastor ndio ni uraje tete urenda gatia. Namwambia, anambia dauregi leave a message nyingi tineza asha. Ya kwera leave a message. Uko uri okwendaga.
Yeah, but I also don't like that, yeah.
Wona ndokira ri ndathikiriria ni gucokeria. Na ni ndakwaga ri nitapiga and I will leave a message.
Oh, wow.
That you got. Umeona hiyo maneno?
Yeah. So, you overcame the American life, you settled. How did you move from America to Canada, and why? Why move from the US to Canada?
I just want to say this quickly so that I come to your question. Now we have lived, we have settled. Our first house that I rented before my family came, I was less by $100. Na niko kwa ATM na nimepigia one of the friends from Naivasha nikopesa pesa, nikaambiwa leave a message. So I did not leave a message. I'm frustrated. Nikaangalia kwa hiyo ATM yenye nimewithdraw pesa. Nikasema, wewe ATM, kwani huwezi nikopesha pesa? I went back to the ATM. Nika withdraw 100. ATM ikanikopesha 100.
How?
Overdraft.
Oh.
Nimechapa overdraft na sijui. So the friend was to send me $200. My mind is still counting 200.
Yeah.
Zilipochapa kwa account 130 zikaenda.
Sharp. Na interest. The overdraft.
Nia yao na $30 zimeenda hivyo. That's a challenge. We never know. We lived on overdraft for so long. Kwa sababu sisi tunamani kama kitu ya kawaida.
Yeah.
We didn't know uwe na haribu credit.
Yeah.
So if you're here and you're going overdraft, don't celebrate.
Yeah.
On the other side is affecting your credit.
Yeah.
Lakini mimi nilizoea. Unaenda kununua kitu ya $12, you don't have money, ama $6. Unanunua kitu ya $6, unachapwa $30 ya overdraft. You go to quarrel with the bank kwa sababu ya kukunyang'anya pesa, wanakwambia no, this is overdraft.
Yeah.
Why am I having overdraft? I need some, because I need something just for $5. Yes. So we gave you $5, but the return of $5 inarudi ikiwa 35.
America.
I know. So ndio tukuja Canada, tumekaa US and international student status for 8 years, 9 years. At the end of my second masters, tukaanza kufikiria where can we now go, because getting papers in the US under my status is another thing. We had already planted a church. The church was willing to support, but our church was very young in terms of the resources that are required by the government.
Yeah.
Kupata R1.
Okay.
That is religious visa, which translates into a green card.
Okay.
And I needed to renew my visa because we have a ministry in Kenya. It's called Change Destiny Life Africa. Kusaidia watoto wenye walipitia maisha kama yangu na my wife in the streets. So these people are coming to where they are going to lock me in.
Yeah.
In 2022. My visa is expiring in July. So I made an application to renew American visa. But something was telling me they might not renew because I have renewed, I think 4 times. They will wonder why do I keep renewing the visa? We need an alternative. Again, my wife, she's now tired of the US because she doesn't have work permit. She works in fear, and all those, as much as she has a tax ID, at the back of her mind, she knows that she's working illegally. So the ICE, that's the immigration system, if they come, they just take you.
Yeah.
And my wife is a prayer warrior.
Wow.
Aliomba na akasema tuende Canada. Naambia tuende Canada.
Mke wangu nasikia kuna watu wanaomba. Sijui utamtafuta.
She was very prayerful. Said tuende Canada. Mimi naona tuende Canada. Because now we can't allow to be locked in. We have a ministry. Again, when we locked in, we have lost. It's like we have lost everything. Those people are there who are locked in and all those. But for us, because of the ministry,
You didn't want to.
and again, my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law was very aged, and I was just foreseeing, just in case alale, I would want my wife to be in a position to go na mpumzisha mamako, because I knew the closeness. Because at one point, my wife aliniuliza, must we keep renewing the visas? Nikamuuliza, that's the time I told her the truth. Kamuuliza, niambie tu, Maadhi akilala leo tutamzika na Zoom? Yeah, hapana. That's the reason. We kept our visas open, even to date. Kept our visas open. So before we came here again, by that time we are praying, we are asking people how to come to Canada, nobody knows. In 2015, things had become so hard. My wife and my son were supposed to renew their visa by 2015 April. No, by 2016 April. And we are pregnant of her. She's going to come by February through CS. We cannot travel at that time, so we tried to come to Canada. Ikashindikana. By that time tumekuwa wajanjauri, sasa tunajua vitu zote ziko online.
Yeah.
There's one of the ladies kept telling my wife, akimuuliza kitu, ati mama, naweza pata wapi kitu fulani, kila kitu iko online.
Yeah.
We googled Canadian Embassy, the US, DC.
Yeah.
You guys done?
Yeah, it's
Still working?
super full me. Thank you.
You need a box?
No, I don't. No,
I need a box for mine.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
You need a box, you need a box. Okay.
it's too much.
So
Uh-huh.
we went there and to our shock it's written not open for public.
Where?
Canadian Embassy in the US,
Ah,
not open for public.
wow.
So we tried to inquire, they said you have to do everything online. Do we know how?
No.
The guy, when we were doing our visas to the US, it's an agent who did it for us. Sisi tulipewa tu visa, tulipewa tu passport. I mean appointment ya kwenda kwa embassy.
Yeah.
Na kwamba your appointment has been booked by this day.
Uh-huh.
Ndio hiyo email.
Wow.
Kenya alisema vile ali-apply,
Ujui.
lakini tulimpatia vitu. So we are here, we are stranded. 2016 stranded. Hiyo dream tukatupa. 2021 imefufuka. We don't know how. I saw one of my friend, Pastor Samuel Moeu, preaching on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
I was coming from work. I saw him. He just popped from nowhere. And I said, where is this guy? I went home and parked at the parking lot, waited for him to finish preaching. And at that time I called him. And I said, hey, Pastor, where are you? Then we catch up. He said, I'm in Canada and all that. And I said, you know what? We've been trying to come to Canada. Now that God has connected us.
Yeah.
Niambie vile tutakuja. So Sam became very resourceful. We found a school. He's the one who took the things to the school and processed everything again.
Wow.
And then that's how again we came to
Destiny connect us.
Destiny connects us from nowhere.
Wow.
I knew he was in the US. For many, many years he came before me.
Yeah.
But I didn't know where because we didn't connect in the US at all.
Yeah.
Just as in Canada, I think it was 2 years in Canada.
Mm.
We came to Canada.
Wow.
And that's how we landed here because we wanted us to have an opportunity to do our ministry back in Kenya. We had heard of how Canada has a good life when it comes to family, medical insurance, how things are peaceful and everything. My wife was tired of the US. Actually, she was like, nataka tu nipeleke nyumbani and all that. So many factors, but those two, life, and also taking care of my wife because now she's tired of being undercover for so long.
Yeah.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
We came to Canada.
Yeah.
The challenges we face in Canada as newcomers from the US.
Yeah.
Number one,
Uh-huh.
US, we got a job by referral.
Uh-huh.
Martin anafanya kwa ile home.
Yeah.
Martin, uko kwenye wanaandika na enda useme ni Martin. Ukienda tukisema ati I was sent by Martin.
Unaingia kazi.
Unaingia kazi. Tumekuja kwa kuandika resume.
Canada.
9 years hatujaandika resume US.
Canada lazima uandike resume.
Canada lazima uandike resume.
Na uko na Canadian experience.
Do we know?
No.
We have American experience, US experience. Hawatambui.
No.
Sasa si ni US. US is powerful. Hawatambui.
We need Canadian experience.
My friend, I came here in May. I got a job in July. My first job at the gas station in July.
Wow.
After driving, after dropping in resumes and all that. But one thing in the US, one thing I like about the US is that referral.
Yeah.
So if Martin has a good name, watu wengi sana wataandikwa juu ya Martin.
Yeah.
Lakini kama Martin ameharibu,
Hatapata kazi.
hatapata kazi. So US ilikuwa ni kuzunguka tu, kama utapata kazi juu ya Martin, kupiga tu raundi.
Yeah.
Hello, we had a song. Everybody who came to the US was introduced by your song. Hello, my name is Samson. Are you hiring? No, thank you. Next store. My name is Samson. Are you hiring? No, thank you. Until then, man, oh, you're looking for a job?
Yeah.
So you come in.
Wow.
So that resume writing ndio kwanza ilitusumbua sana kwa sababu hatujui.
Yeah.
And for some reasons the ego in me hainiruhusu kutafuta msaada vile.
Yeah.
Unajua unaambia watu, mtu anakwambia enda online. Yeah, I've lived in the US but this resume thing online sijui.
Yeah.
Kuna mtu mmoja aliniambia inaitwa resume builder. So much but you need help. Know this.
No, me, I didn't want it. Me, I was okay.
Okay, I got this for the salad.
Okay.
Got salad there, got salad here. You sure you don't want it?
No, yeah, I'm full.
There's more salad there. That's different. That's gonna be packed different.
Salad. Yeah. Got it.
No.
Yes.
Let's do this. It's easier this way.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good. So ukapata job. Nikapata job yangu ya kwanza ya gas station. The challenge number 2, when you write a resume in Canada, you don't bring all your baggage.
Yeah.
I worked in a mechanic shop.
No.
I worked in a convenience store. I worked in a 7-Eleven. No. Kama unatafuta job ya kuuza mafuta, resume zako zote
Zifanane ya mafuta.
usijaribu kuweka hapa ati nilikuwa home care mahali.
No, they don't care.
There is no life here.
Yeah.
It's gas.
Yeah.
So at some point I lost some opportunities because my resume ilikuwa na mambo ya home care,
Yeah.
ilikuwa na mambo ya church,
Yeah.
ilikuwa na mambo ya convenience store.
Oh, yeah.
So when you send that resume, it does not appeal.
Oh, yeah.
So which job are you looking? If it's a home care, they don't have gas station,
Yeah.
they don't have church.
Yeah.
So by the time I came to know that when you're writing a resume, it has to be specifically for that,
Yeah.
I had wasted some time.
Wow.
One is that if you don't have a big network or a network at all, utapoteza muda kwa sababu hujui venye mambo inafanya.
Yeah.
Some friends insulted my wife when she came.
They insulted.
Yeah.
Here in Canada.
Yes.
Wow.
We went for a gathering somewhere. And I say that my wife is looking for a job. Mkisikia kazi mahali mtuambie.
Bingo.
One of the ladies walked to her and said, "Muli mumu kutika, mawira me online." You understand? What? We just came from the US, whereby we don't use to this system.
Yeah.
A person who has been here for years is not willing to help. Is insulting you. We got home, however, akaniambia nimechoka, usiambie watu tunatafuta kazi tena. Wacha tujifanyie sisi wenyewe.
Yeah.
You know and it's a lady, it's a woman.
Yeah.
It's like you, Martin, you ask for help from me.
Yeah.
Alafu nikurudishie hivyo. I'm a man.
Yeah.
You are a man.
Yeah.
We should understand each other.
I know.
And teach each other from the word of innocence.
But the fact that you know and I don't know does not mean I'm stupid.
It doesn't make you stupid.
No.
You are a step ahead.
Yeah.
Help me to come to that step.
Yeah.
And I'll help another one.
Yeah.
That didn't discourage my wife from the gatherings. Because the people she expected to receive
Yeah.
did not.
Yeah.
And you see, that's the same thing we experience in the US. I
Yeah.
appeal to our people here.
Yeah.
You see someone, forget about the titles. So and so is a doctor from Kenya, so and so is a doctor from the US, so and so. No. The way things play where you are
Yeah.
is quite different from where I'm coming from. So that's another challenge we face. There is no referral.
Yeah.
The people did not help. So we navigated ourselves.
Yeah.
By the time tutoboa leo hii, mtu anaulizaga tunamuelezea
Kila kitu.
leta resume.
Wacha tukuandikie.
Wacha tukuonyeshe hii toa, hii weka, hii toa. Ama hii resume gawanyisha mara 2 au mara 3. Hii ni ya kutafuta kazi hapa, hii ni ya kutafuta hapa, hii ni ya kutafuta hapa. That's it. Ndio tuweze kusaidia wale ambao wanakuja.
Wow.
Because if we don't do that, Martin, we are going to have people suffering into depression while we are here.
I agree.
We are going to have people give up and go back to Kenya when we are here. We are going to have people giving testimony like the one I'm giving of discouragement, not being helped by your countrymen when we are here.
Wow.
We need to be there for each other. When you look at me, treat me with my innocence and my naivety. I am naive in your world as much as you are naive in my world. You get my point? Sasa hivyo tuliingia tena kwa shimo tena, tukaanza kutafuta, tukaanza kujiandikia. Ni kweli kazi unatafuta iko kwa nyumba, lakini unasema tukwambia jeti yako die. One family from Kenya, and they were so resourceful to us, especially to me. After all that, number one, they gave me a car when I just landed.
Wow.
One day, I called the lady, and she said, "Where are you now?" We talked what we were talking about. She said, "Where are you now?" I said, "I am here. I'm going to look for a job in a 7-Eleven." Because first of all, I know 7-Eleven. That's the job I did for many years in the US. So I was relating. 7-Eleven in the US, they don't ask for resume. 7-Eleven in Canada, they ask you for resume.
And it's one company.
It's different company. That's what I came to realize. It's different company. They only share the name.
Okay.
So they asked me for a resume. I'm like, resume for what? I worked in 7-Eleven for many years. They said, yeah, but we need your resume. Wakaniita, wakaniambia, kuja. When I went there, they said, how are you moving around? Kambia, I'm learning how to take a bus. I said, no, take that car.
Wow.
Ultima, Nissan. That's when I loved Nissan.
Wow.
For the second time to drive Nissan. Sababu ya kwanza ilikuwa ni gari yetu Kenya. So I took the car. Now I'm fueling the car and driving around again. Naambia uko wapi? Niko hapa. Natafuta kazi kwa 7-Eleven, kwa hizi convenience store. Naambia, can you come on Friday? Can you come on Friday? That's what the husband told me. I went on a Friday around 6. Nilikuwa natoka huko 11 ya usiku akinitengenezea CV. Na kwanza aliniuliza kuna resume? Niambia mimi sina resume. Kaniambia kaa hapa. Ulifanya nini? He built my resume from scratch. 3 of them. Ya kutafuta kazi kanisani as a pastor, ya kutafuta kazi kwa hizo convenience store, na ya kutafuta kazi kwa hizi group homes.
Okay.
He helped me to build a LinkedIn account. Na nikaweka pale as project coordinator. And other things I've done. At least niweze kupata kazi. That's a friend out there among many. Again, this guy we've never met. I only know the wife because when she was processing to go to the US, we did the same time. She went ahead of me.
Wow.
But hata kama ni hivyo, hatuko close vile na wife because watu wamelelewa mahali pazuri. Sisi bado tumelelewa huko, but the mother and the family I was their pastor. So that respect. Ilinisaidia sana. Martin, I want to conclude by saying this. We need to open our hearts to any Kenyan who is coming. We need to open our doors. I have been there in the US. I have been there here in Canada. I have learned what it means for someone to give you just one piece of information. It helps a lot.
Just information.
This lady in the US alifanya tulipe carpet ya nyumba bei kali sana, kwa sababu she was the only friend my wife would call na muulize atatoa wapi chemical ya kuosha mkeka watoto wakimwagia supu na juice. Anamwambia mama, kila kitu iko online. Now you just came from Kenya, where you rush to the supermarket. Hujui online, hata simu yako ile kitu unajua sana ni YouTube. Facebook umeanza kuingia juzi. So my wife went and bought some chemicals, akachoma mkeka. So wakati yenye tulihama, wakakuja wakapiga picha. This is in the US.
Yeah.
Wakapiga picha, wakatutumia akasema mliharibu mkeka. Na mimi nikamwambia kuna mkeka tuliharibu, kwa mlichoma mkeka. Ni kung'ara iling'ara. Iling'ara zaidi. Please be helpful to your fellow Kenyan.
I agree.
You've seen some light, I haven't. I need you to help me see some light.
Yeah.
And we need to come closer to one another,
Yeah.
regardless of what.
Yeah.
Ndio tuweze kusaidia wale wengine.
See,
Those are the challenges we are faced.
yeah.
In other
Wow. So you're saying the best thing when somebody is coming, either to the US or to Canada, is to come and join a community. Come and look for people who you can relate with, who can give you information.
Yes.
Because hapa kujitafutia information ni ngumu.
Ni ngumu.
You need people who wamekuwa hapo before, wakwambie pita hapa, usipite hapa. Fanya hivi, usifanya hivi.
Exactly.
Wow.
Tena,
Nice one.
have a big heart.
Yeah.
Some will insult you without knowing.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, they are innocent.
Yeah.
You see, my wife is being told everything is online.
Yeah.
Peacefully, gently.
Yeah.
Ule hana shida.
Yeah.
Wewe ndio uko na shida kwa sababu hujui vitu ziko online.
Yeah. Na venye ameiput yeye ako too straightforward.
Everything is online. Do not carry offense,
Yeah.
because we also have different communication skills.
Oh yeah, true.
At my best communication,
Yeah.
it's an insult to you. Na mimi hata sijui.
Yeah, I agree. Like for me, I'm a very talkative person, and sometimes I think people look at me and wonder, this guy utanyamaza saa ngapi? And that's how that's me, So thank you, Bwana Sam sana. And Bwana Sam has a YouTube. He's doing marital counseling, marital content. It was a bit slow, but it's coming back with a bang, yeah? So what is the channel name?
Love to live.
Love to Live. Make sure you go there and subscribe. Love to Live.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and this is part 1 of this interview. Part 2, we shall be coming with the owner of this hotel. Yeah, he has agreed to give us an interview, one-on-one. So, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching MC Martin Canada. Till next time, this is the place where we give you hope. Till next time.
Peace.
Kwaheri sana. Guys, do you want to say bye-bye to those guys?
Bye, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Chini yetu.
One bill?
Yes, sir.
Do you speak Swahili? Ah. Mimi Kiswahili kabisa yote. Fahamu.
Wow,
Yote.
that was beautiful.
Nenda.
Ya Tanzania,
Hii hata sijui kama nitaenda
Kiswahili ya Kenya.
Kenya.
Nairobi.
Tanzania is better.
Si ya Kenya ya Nairobi.
Ya Nairobi.
Sikia Kiswahili.
Ya Swahili yetu kidogo inakuwa kama Sheng.
Kama unapenda ile
I live in
ugali
Mombasa.
Na samaki.
samaki na sukuma wiki.
Na sukuma wiki Uko nayo hapa?
Sukuma wiki sina. Mimi nayo kisamvu na mchicha.
Na ugali.
Na ugali na samaki.
Uko na ugali na samaki?
Yes.
Ala la la la.
Nayo ndizi nyama.
Haya.
Nayo nzege.
Ehe.
Chips mayai.
Ehe.
Hapo nayo nini ile inaitwa mogo na coconut.
Ehe. Sasa ambia watu.
Biryani, mishkaki, nyama choma.
Sasa watu wanakutazama hapa waambiwa watch the next episode ukiwaelezea kila kitu kuhusu hapa.
Sawa. Karibuni au angalia kwenye website yetu Serengeti Shack Edry.
Yeah.
Utapata full menu pale.
Sawa.
Sawa.
Yeah.
Asante.
Yeah.
Karibu tena.
Yeah, we will be doing our next interview with you here
Asante.
with the business. So keep it tuned here at Serengeti Shack. Karibuni sana.
This is MC Martin's Entertainment, where we rebuild hope. Please like, subscribe, and share.